Hello, and welcome to Lone Star Conference Hoops Week 2023 and the online presentation for the Basketball Media Days. On behalf of the Lone Star Conference, I am Nia Stewart. Thank you for joining us today. We're joined by UAFS basketball head coach Zane Gibson and senior guard Cameron Bush. First off, Coach, welcome back to Fort Smith and congratulations on the head coaching job.
Thank you.
Previously, you were here as the assistant coach, and to return as the head coach, what brought you back to UAFS?
Yeah, this was always a really special place to myself and my family. I believe that UAFS can be a perennial job in this country. I think we can have really, really good teams here, compete for championships, and develop a lot of quality young men. And so when the opportunity presented itself last spring, we certainly threw our name in the hat and were fortunate enough to get the opportunity to come back.
Okay. You quickly turned around the program at Western New Mexico. What do you think it will take to get this program to the level that it can be at?
Yeah, it's everyday work. There's no secret. I tell the guys all the time, Mike Tomlin quote from the Steelers head coach, the secret is there is no secret. You have to put the work in. You can't skip steps. We have to go through the process and embrace it, and every single day try to get another foot up that ladder to where we ultimately want to go. So it starts with quality young men, which I think we have, that are willing to put in the work and be about the right things. And the higher on the scales we have those guys, the faster the turnaround can occur.
Speaking of these young men, you signed 10 new in this first recruiting class. How do you prepare guys to play together for the first time?
Yeah, it's more challenging than maybe the outside might think, because you're taking a lot of young men that have been through different experiences in their basketball careers and their basketball journeys, and so to try to mold them takes some work. But to this point, the guys have been very receptive to the changes that we've tried to implement with what they're normally going through, and so. Again, I think that went back into recruiting guys that not only are good basketball players but have good character and good foundations, and that allows those changes to occur more quickly.
And speaking of the good character, y'all have been in the community all preseason. How has that helped with the team bonding and also on the court, knowing that it's bigger than basketball?
Yeah, what I tell any recruit, and obviously Cam didn't go through this because he was already here, but any recruit is that this is Fort Smith's team, in my opinion. We don't have football down here, so the basketball team, this is the team we want the Fort Smith community to embrace and grab hold of, and so you can't just be asking all the time. And sometimes you have to put yourself out there and show that you're willing to help them and support the things that they think are important. And we want to also show those people that we have quality young men on our basketball team that will represent them the right way and are really a fun group to get to know. And so being out in the community is the easiest way for those guys in the community to be able to just rub shoulders and to be able to really have dialogue and have fun and understand, hey, these are some really good guys, and hopefully they'll want to support us here in the winter.
And with so many new faces, who can the fans prepare to keep an eye on?
Yeah, well, I think it starts with this guy to my left, even though he's not a new face. And Peyton and some other guys. We've got a lot of new guys, and Cam can probably tell you on one day it looks like this guy is going to be the greatest thing since sliced bread, and then on the next day it's another guy. And that's normal when you have so many new faces, but also the fact that none of them have played for me. Even Cam has not played for me yet, and so he's still learning me. And so I'm excited about all those guys, Antoine and Roland and Lean and Jaden, Kobe. We've got a lot of new faces that are really, really good players. But to tell you who's going to rise right now, I don't know. It's exciting to step into the floor every single day and see who's going to consistently bring that effort and energy that we need to be successful.
The Lions returned two All-Star Conference performers, including one sitting next to you, and you also coached a point guard who was an All-Conference. How does it feel having Cam at that point guard position, and what can we look for the offense to do?
Yeah, I've had an all-league point guard every year I've been a head coach. And even going back to my assistant days, we had an all-league point guard at UTPB. And then we were here at Fort Smith, Alex Cooper was an all-league point guard. So, I played the position, so it's a position I understand, kind of the insides and outs as good as any spot on the floor. I'm also probably hardest on my point guards because they have to do so much for me. So, Cam has embraced what we've tried to push him and do so far, and so we're excited to where he's going to go. But as far as what you're going to see, we're going to be an up-tempo team. We're going to play extremely fast. We're going to be aggressive on the defensive end. Try to bring a little bit of excitement to the Stubblefield Center. And we want to be a team that plays together and cares more about the person next to them than even themselves. So I think it's a brand of ball that our guys like playing. It's a hard brand. I tell our guys all the time, it's easier to play slow. It's harder to run. It's harder to play fast and to be aggressive because it takes more energy, it takes more effort. You expend yourself more on a day-to-day basis. But once you get to the conditioning level you need to be at, and you understand the system that we're putting you through, it's also the most gratifying and I believe the most fun way to play college basketball.
Cam, with this new, different, faster style of play and your role as a leader on this team, how has things changed?
It's been good. I'm just trying to establish like a culture, kind of set the tone for the team, and lead any way I can.
What are some things you have done in this preseason and the off-season to improve your game?
Be in the gym. I'm always in the gym. And just becoming more vocal.
Mm-hmm.
Leading, you can't lead without being vocal. And being a point guard. So that's what I'm focused on.
For both of you, what are you looking forward most this season? What are you looking forward to most this season?
Winning. I think we're gonna win a lot of games. So.
Well, I'm always excited about the next day. That's why I do this. I was actually having an argument with Peyton, believe it or not, yesterday about, he asked me if I like practices or games more. And I said I like practices more because practice to me is the development stage of your program. It's the get better stage of your program. The game is the test. That shows what we did in practice, did it work or did it not work? But the practice part is the studying, the taking the notes, like you're in a classroom. The test is the game, and it just shows you, did you do a good enough job? And so I'm excited about every day, every single day, and watching the growth of this team and the journey we go on, because I do believe we have a lot of talent in the building, but talent doesn't mean, near enough. We have to put it together and learn how to play together as a team for us to be successful.
Where the work starts. Is there anything else you would like to add? We heard the toy toss is coming back. What does that mean to the River Valley?
Yeah, it was something that was so important when I was here as an assistant with Coach Newman, who kind of started it all for us here. The toy toss is such a great initiative. Again, it's about us connecting with our community. And Coach basically just started it because he's got a big heart and he didn't want any young man or young lady in the River Valley having a Christmas without a Christmas gift. And so it's something that's kind of near and dear to the River Valley. When I got here, outside of, who's on the roster, Coach, it was, are we going to bring back the toy toss? And it was an emphatic yes. We're excited about that. It's a great game for our guys to be involved with and the community to get involved with. And just the meaning is even more important than just basketball itself. So we're excited about that, along with the other things we've been trying to do, like with the High Five Fridays and the Reading Wednesdays. And, so all those things we've got kind of going in the right direction right now, and they will only grow as we continue to put our feet down on the ground.
All right. Thank you for joining us today, Coach Gibson and Cam, and good luck on this season.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.